Welcome back to AM Northwest. If you're over 40 and looking for love, there are some common myths you need to stop believing right now. And here to tell us more, we welcome back marriage and family therapist Kelly Hoffman. Good to see you.
Thank you, Helen.
So
Great
you
to be
do
here.
counsel people, so you've learned a lot from your clients.
I have. I've learned a lot from my clients, and I've actually done a lot of dating coaching and transformational mentorship. And this idea, there are these myths that keep showing up over and over again. And if I could just have everyone not have those myths when they come to see me, we'll save them a lot of time and money. So here we go.
Well, one of the things you say is that people say to themselves, I just need to put myself out there more.
Yeah, and this whole idea that all I need to do is date more is kind of crazy, because there's a whole big load of baggage that comes with dating. Think about if I asked you to put 5 men, 5 women in a room and say, get to know each other, and just everyone for right now think about how they would act. And now I take them out one by one and I say, you know what? This was actually a blind date, and you know, you're doing really great, so go ahead back in there. Think about the energy shift and the way people would act differently. And so you show up into dating in a very different way than you show up into getting to know people.
Right.
And if you think you're dating, and then you're using the same skill set that you've been using your whole life that hasn't served you well, more than likely. So you need a new skill set and you need a new paradigm. Please stop dating.
So just with the thought being then, switching that around, just get out and meet people.
Yes.
And don't consider anything dating.
Nothing
You're just
is
meeting
dating.
people.
Put the baggage down,
do what you like. Do what you like to do, and then you'll meet people along the way.
Exactly, and do a lot of it, and be really interested in other people, so that you're getting that volume of people. But don't date, please. So
and then I need to learn to love myself first.
Okay, so I get where this came from, this myth, but it makes my teeth kind of grate on edge. Because here's my analogy. Say you want to learn how to ballet dance, right? And you go and take tap lessons. Well, the tap lessons aren't going to help you do ballet. You go home and you learn how to love yourself. You're learning how to love yourself, and that's great. But number one, I've never had a client come in that didn't know how to love themselves. I've had clients come in who didn't know how to help people respond lovingly to them.
Oh.
But everyone really loves themselves. They're just sad about the way that their interactions with the world pan out.
Right.
And so learning to love yourself is like learning tap dancing when you really want ballet. You want to learn how to love with other people. So they go home, they have some wine with friends, they eat some chocolate, they go fishing, whatever it is that, you know, guy, girl, that makes them feel like they love themselves. They gain no skills in the skill set in the area they want. And they go back out and date, and they don't have any different skills. They make the same mistakes, and then they say, oh, I must not love myself enough.
Oh, gotcha.
And then they go back and they do all, it's a misdiagnosis from self-help. It's this conventional wisdom that actually isn't true. You love yourself enough, now love yourself enough to get the skills.
Right. I love this one. If it's meant to be, it'll just happen.
Oh my gosh. When was the last time something you really wanted showed up on your doorstep with no effort?
It doesn't just happen.
No, even the package from QVC, you had to get off your butt and like go earn the money to get it. You had to make it happen. Your college degree, your first car, your first apartment, your first home, you had to make it happen. Now this one I feel like people hide behind because it's so painful. If you really do want a relationship, now of course this is advice for people who they want a relationship. Right. But if you really want a relationship and you're just showing up in your life and expecting that someone else is going to show up and it's going to magically happen, then you're basically hoping that they're going to do the work and you're going to be the recipient. Right. And when was the last time that somebody worked really hard and gave you a car? Right. Sometimes it happens, but more than likely you're going to have to get off. I'm talking rarely. Yeah, okay. More than likely you're going to have to get off your butt, get a plan, and get out there and get that car yourself.
I've heard this one. It just seems like I always attract the wrong men or women.
And I always say, you are not special, Buttercup. I'll borrow a phrase. You are not special. Everyone attracts bad, poor fits for themselves. The difference is if that's all you see, if that's all you allow in. If you interact with someone that's a poor fit because you don't want to hurt their feelings, and now there's this person there in your life that's not a good fit for you, you're not a good fit for them, and that's all that's happening in your life. But you're not special. Everyone attracts the wrong person. Right. But there are people that have learned how to show up in the world, so the wrong person, they start getting near them and they just get that vibe, oh, this isn't going to work and they walk away. Other people, the wrong person shows up in their face, and they kind of
take it.
They take it.
Yeah.
And it's
they don't see the red flags, or they don't want to act on the red flags.
They don't. And so you've got to learn those signals. You got to learn those skills to move the wrong people through, so the right people have clearance to get to you.
Right.
Which is the last point.
There just aren't any good ones out there.
And that kind of builds on it. There are great men and women. They show up in my office all the time. I see them in the world all the time. But if you're cluttered up, if you're at home thinking you need to love yourself, if you've got the wrong person in front of you that you're interacting with at a party, that person that's the right person is going to say, oh, I was interested, but
no, she's busy.
Yeah, she's busy, and oh wow, the person that she's with, that if she's attracted to that, that's definitely not me.
Right.
So they're actually evaluating how you're interacting with these other people in your life.
These are fantastic tips,
Thanks.
Kelly. Thank you.
Bust 'em. No more myths.
No more
conventional wisdom.
All right.